Mem amak kupka kramanik kiga mayamak. Nulilak apajam kamgam. Amka nemnang, ampa nemnang memua inok. Bomogala apayang. Nelama ini amka amgap.
As it should be.
Nanekari maraka amkam. Jauk libik. Memarak nebab. Karahikap.
Okay, I'm not going to even lie. This right here is post-commentary. Why am I doing post-commentary? Because it was late. I had actually just finished recording the last episode of this, and I figured I'm gonna go to bed. The moment I click log out when it says do you want to log out now, or do you, immediately, or no, because you're given that time bar, I got a group invite. So I figured, okay, what's this about? And then they're like, oh yeah, we got this level 50 guy. We're gonna go run Black Talon. You wanna come? So I figured, why not? We're just waiting for him to re-accept the quest, I guess. I don't know. Do you have to talk to the NPC every time you run the dungeon?
How's it going?
Just summoning Vet because I don't know why she desummoned at the time. Yeah, any moment. There we go. Probably gonna cut out that loading screen once I finish doing my audio for this. One thing I'm gonna cut out as well is I took a wrong turn at one point, so I had to run back to a quest objective, and it was long.
We'll tell the captain that I'll be back on the bridge as soon as I've done his errand.
Yes, sir.
Good to have you aboard. I'm Lieutenant Silas, second in command of the Black Talon. We're your ride to Drummond Cass.
I'm sure the ship will suffice. How long until we reach the planet?
Shouldn't be more than a day. The Black Talon makes this run on a regular basis without much trouble. We're primarily a transport. I should also add on behalf of everyone, it's an honor to service the Sith and the Korriban Academy. Consider yourself our guest.
You should consider yourself fortunate.
Understood, my lord. I won't keep you further. When we arrive in the Drummond system, I'll have you informed. In the meantime, your droid's in the conference room. We picked it up with the upgrades from Geonosis. When we docked here, it mentioned your names.
If my droid's waiting, then I should see what it wants.
Feel free to bother the crew if you need anything else. I'll be on the bridge. And you, soldier, when you're done playing honor guard, get back to your post. This isn't a luxury yacht.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to avoid talking during all of the scripted events just so you can hear what's being said. Because I notice that sometimes I'll make remarks as people are talking, and that might get irritating.
Identity confirmed. Good day. I'm Advanced Protocol Unit NR02. My functions are diplomacy, translation, manslaughter, and calumniation. I have an urgent message for you from my master. Please stand by for delivery.
What makes you think I care what your master has to say?
I am certain you will be interested. Anyone traveling through Imperial space must listen to my master. This is Unit NR02 to Grand Moff Kilran. You are now in contact with the Black Talon.
Well, so I am. And it seems you brought me just the people I've been looking for. My name is Rikus Kilran. I'm commander of the 5th Fleet, second to the Minister of War, and my personal favorite, the so-called Butcher of Coruscant.
I don't understand. What's going on here?
It's apparent I need another pair of hands, so I asked NR2 to check the ship's passenger manifest.
My good fortune that I was in a position to contact you. I was already aboard the Black Talon.
6 hours ago, the Republic engaged in an illegal border skirmish on the edges of Imperial territory. One enemy warship escaped. That warship, the Brental Star, is carrying a passenger of vital strategic importance. Yours is the only vessel placed to intercept.
This passenger the Brental Star is carrying, who is it?
The warship's passenger is codenamed the General. We don't know his identity, but the Republic believes he possesses military secrets, our military secrets. I trust the reports. The General must be captured or killed. Captain Orzik, the man commanding your transport, doesn't share my enthusiasm. He's disobeyed my orders to attack. Feel free to show him what the Empire does to cowards. Then commandeer his ship, find the Brental Star, and deal with the General.
Sounds like a good opportunity for violence.
Truly it's comforting to find patriots in this age of skirmishes and border disputes. We need individuals like you if we're to survive the next great war.
I will lead the way to the bridge. Once Captain Orzik is deposed and our hijacking is complete, we may proceed to the Brental Star. Excellent. Then I will proceed.
I will admit I was very excited to do this, because this is the Flashpoint that was showed in all of the previews back before this game's release. And I was, like, immeasurably excited for this game before it was released. So much so that I bought it on day one, but my computer couldn't handle it. And I just stuck with the same computer for years and just never upgraded, so I couldn't play it.
Halt! This is a restricted area. Captain Orzik's command. You'll have to leave immediately.
Looks like it's your turn to die now.
Blasters out! Attack! Attack!
We must proceed to the bridge immediately.
You're going to see at every combat opportunity that having a level 50 in the group trivializes everything. To the point where my main role in this dungeon is loot and keep an eye on things for when I eventually try to run it as a tank. Because other than that, I just sit back and let him do it.
I assure you, the deaths of all injured crew members will be strategically insignificant.
Bit of commentary from the droid there. It's a bit odd doing post-commentary for a video. I probably should have wrote down some of the things that were on my mind at the time. Because at the moment I've got nothing. I'm basically just watching it with you guys. I mean, sure, I can be a bit more relaxed because I'm not completely focused on the game. But at the same time, nothing really to say. I will admit though, I have gotten a bit further in the game since this episode's recording, and a lot of things have bothered me. Mostly about how they gimp the game for people who aren't subscribers, like if you preferred or free to play. They gimp it heavily.
All Marines have been neutralized, scanning for additional threats.
What's going on? Sir, stay calm, Ensign. Everyone stay calm.
No threats found. The bridge is now secure.
Obey or perish.
Hands off the consoles! We're all listening, my lord.
I can handle this, Lieutenant. I'm Captain Revenant Orzik. I'm pretty sure I know what this is about. For the record, I take complete responsibility for my actions.
Tell it to someone who gives a damn.
I'm not looking for a pardon. I just don't want my crew punished. You're here because of the Moff, aren't you? You must want the Brental Star's passenger pretty badly. Or maybe he just hates me. The Black Talon would be destroyed chasing a battleship. I've fought in the war before and I'll fight again, but I don't do suicide missions.
Suicide was deciding that you could ignore your superiors.
The captain's dead! The captain's dead!
Shut up! You have our attention, my lord. What would you have us do?
Let this be a lesson. Your only hope for survival is complete and utter loyalty.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, my lord.
In accordance with Article 27A of the Imperial Code of Military Conduct, command of this vessel has been lawfully transferred. New orders are being downloaded to your consoles. Priority 1, intercept the Brentol Star.
Bukara, do as the droid says and prepare to jump to light speed.
Emerging from hyperspace now. One Thranta-class warship on the scanners. Powering up.
Enemy is firing. Weapon lasers, missiles, and looks like transport pods. I'm not sure.
The pods are a distraction. Return fire. Aim for their power generators. So long as they're damaged and we're not, we have the advantage.
Lieutenant, Captain Silas, sir. Engineering is reporting blaster fire. They just cut out.
If we weren't in the middle of battle, I'd kill you for incompetence.
Damn it. There must be some sort of boarding action. If they're in engineering, they could destroy this ship. With due respect, I recommend you lend a hand down there.
Time to go a-killing.
I'll notify security.
And don't worry, we won't let those Republic scum get away.
Power systems damaged. Non-essential systems will be inoperable.
One thing that bothered me about that scene, yeah, since she's a double-sided lightsaber user, when she went to kill the captain, her model was basically holding her blade and not the handle. I mean, not too essential. I didn't notice it until a moment later. Because when she swings, she's holding it in the middle on the handle. But when she's holding it up to him to threaten him, she's holding the blade. It just looks a bit off. Kind of weird to see in a game that's about 2-3 years old now. You think someone would have pointed that out, but I guess not.
Please respond.
Anyone read me? This is engineering. We have an emergency. Please respond. The droids locked us out of the control room. They're sabotaging the engine.
Since running this time, I have run this myself as the tank in a group of appropriately leveled people. And
This is Lieutenant Silas.
surprise, surprise, having this guy here,
We need you.
having this guy here tremendously trivializes the entire thing. When I tried tanking that boss, it took a good few minutes because of the ads that were coming in that we're now fighting off now. They're not meant to be straggler enemies like this, they're meant to be coming in as you're trying to focus on the boss. Which took a bit of time. I had to try to maintain the aggro from the boss, maintain aggro to each and every one of the ads, while the DPS was trying to take him down, while the healer was trying to keep me up, but also trying to keep up the guys that were taking or doing damage. Here, on the other hand, just completely trivialized. Here, I take a wrong turn. There's literally a lift behind me that I can just go up, but because I was tired, I didn't notice. So I just went back confused, like where did they go? They didn't walk all the way back, did they? I would have noticed. And so instead of taking the lift that was directly there like an idiot, I take the long way back. This is why you should never play games late. So they're already at the bridge. And I'm halfway there. And I think it's there when I brought up the map again that I realised that the lift from downstairs led right here.
Damage reports from all decks. We're holding together, sir, but I don't know for how long.
Make sure it's long enough, Ensign. Your life and career are at stake.
Please stand alert. Grand Moff Kilran's representatives have returned.
Congratulations, my lord. Security reports that the sabotage droids have been destroyed.
I have yet to meet a challenge I can't conquer.
Oh, please. Please don't kill us.
Shut up, Ensign, or I'll kill you myself. We've penetrated the Brental Star's outer defenses. Their next assault won't come until we enter fighter range. Another minute, maybe 2.
Transmission coming in. Long range. It's a message, but it's not from the Brental Star.
I don't appreciate dramatic pauses.
I'll patch the message through immediately.
This is Jedi Grand Master Satil Shan hailing unidentified Imperial vessel. I'm en route to your location with 16 Republic vessels. I'm asking you to retreat before more lives are lost.
It's a pleasure. Truly.
I'm glad to hear a voice of reason. Let us end this conflict together. The Brental Star is under my protection. Our convoy was ambushed and I sent the Star ahead. We will reunite. I just crippled 3 Imperial dreadnoughts. I don't wish to destroy you. The peace between Republic and Empire is fragile enough already.
Tell the Brental Star to hand over the General. No one needs to be hurt.
The General has a role to play with the Republic. Incidents like this are happening across the galaxy, but only because we let them. Leave the Brental Star to me. If you don't, then may the Force be with you. Because the men and women aboard that ship can hold you off until we arrive. And you will be defeated.
We'll see about that. End transmission.
Affirmative. Ending transmission.
Entering fighter range. The Brental Star is launching its first squadron.
All right. Now we're close enough to fly in and send a raiding party. I assume you're going.
Now you'll see what a Sith is capable of.
Before you go, you should know something. Most of the Marines will back you up, but we had to execute a few for refusing to fight.
They were terrified after what happened to the captain. They panicked.
They're dead now anyway.
We did retrieve their equipment. It's yours. We're doing our very best to serve you, I swear.
Find some self-respect, worm.
Ignore him. I'll make sure he doesn't trouble you in the future.
I advise that you proceed to the shuttle bay. The flight to the Brental Star may be hazardous, but Grand Moff Kilran has complete faith in your abilities.
We got... Oh, I've just noticed now in post-commentary that we completely ran by the box where the guy said, there's all the gear you can use. Never noticed that before. I thought we picked it up. But yeah, there was Jen Hale. Good old Jennifer Hale. As Master Shan. Also the voice of Bastila Shan from Knights of the Republic. As well as every game ever. I tell you what, Jen Hale will never be out of work. Her and Steve Blum. And Nolan North, actually. Her, Steve Blum, Nolan North will never be out of the job. Every video game ever has their voice in it somewhere. for whatever reason, I didn't use force charge to go to those people. I just slowly walked up to them. And here's me just looting everything I can find. Trailing behind, just picking up dead bodies. I think I leave this one. Nope. Okay, nope. No body goes unlooted. I can't join them because we're in combat. There we are. I start ignoring loot now because I don't want to miss anything important. But I walk in and this was a mini boss fight that I just completely missed because I was late.
This is Protocol Unit NRO2. I hope you're receiving this message clearly, and that your flight was free of incident. Please hold for Security Coordinator Ensign Brukhara.
The Marines are on their way. They'll follow you in and hold each junction you secure. Try not to take too long. We're not a military ship. What you have is all you're getting.
Thank you for warning me.
I have been scanning the Brenton Star's communications, and security forces appear to be moving to protect the escape pods. It is extremely likely that the crew is attempting to evacuate the General. You must retrieve or eliminate him before he escapes.
I don't need a droid telling me how to do things.
Understood. I am simply looking after Grand Moff Kilrin's interests. I will be in contact if the situation changes. Proceed to assault all defense points between you and the target.
At this point I'm rushing ahead trying to I guess just trying to do something, contribute in some way. I don't know why I bothered, but I just figured, you know what, I want to do something important. I can jump in, I can take on some guys. And if I remember correctly, this is the first room when I ran this as a tank later that we first came close to dying, because this guy up here, I never really got a chance to see how he fights in this run. So all I really notice is we just attack him, he popped down that fire, and that's it, he's basically dead now. That's all we see of him. But when you're running this at their appropriate level, he starts putting all sorts of stuff at you. Fire is laid down everywhere, so the DPS had to weave between the cones of effect of the fire bombs. I had to kite him away from his own fire bombs. It was fun. It was fun. Whereas here it's more or less just walk behind the guy in the cape. But no, I am enjoying being a tank. And I never tank in, well, I never used to tank in MMOs back in the day. I was always a DPS guy. I dabbled in healing every now and again, and I would be an off tank if the raids or the group needed it. But I never tried to dedicate a tank, which is what this character is. So it should be fun. Hopefully it'll be fun anyway. People who tank all the time never stop complaining about how complicated it is to be a tank, so I can't say for certain. All I know is people like to complain about being tanks, some people like to complain about how bad their tank is. I mean, I'm not gonna front. Being a tank seems like a stressful job. When you're DPS, all you gotta do is just attack. As I've noticed as a tank, you've gotta watch out for everyone. If people are taking damage, most likely your fault. If people have been attacked, most likely your fault. If I do another character at some point, probably after I finish the Sith Warrior, I might try a healer, or I might feel more at home just going back to old DPS. We'll see. That's way in the future right now. I don't even know how long it's going to take me to complete Sith Warrior, and if I'm still going to be in the mood to re-roll another character. I probably will. I'll probably subscribe as well once I do that.
These escape pods aren't far now. You can make it on your own, General.
And what about you?
I will face my destiny. Go now, my friend. Halt where you are. I am Yadira Ban, Padawan of the Jedi Order. I was sent to protect the General, and you will not pass.
Surrender. Give me what I want and your ship can survive.
I cannot accept that. A Jedi does not surrender the innocent into the hands of evil. But I intend to drive you back, meter by meter if need be, just as the Republic pushed the Sith Empire into the dark of the galaxy.
In case you hadn't noticed, the Empire is back, and will destroy you.
You cannot destroy us. No more than a shadow can destroy he who casts it. You may run, or you may
Going back through this again, I do like the changes. I do like the differences that happen between each run. Different dialogue options. We'll get quite interesting differences in her response to you. And I'm not sure what it is that dictates who opens the door. But as you saw with the Sith Inquisitor, she opens the door just by electrocuting it. Sith Warrior opens the door just by amassing enough force to do a giant force push. Also, the different options to kill or not kill the captain of the ship and the guy we're about to take down here. They surprisingly changed the outcome of quite a few things. I'm quite pleased with that. Quite pleased with how different things turn out. Just by doing option 1 or option 2.
Put aside your weapons. I won't try to run. Besides, I doubt I'd make it to an escape pod without my intestines spilling out.
I might just spill your intestines myself. I don't need you alive.
I'm well aware of Imperial policy regarding my kind. I was a general in the Imperial military service. Did they tell you that when they sent you here? Did they even know?
You were a servant of the Sith Empire. You should have been honored to obey.
If you knew what I knew, you'd understand. If you'd heard what both sides are plotting, you wouldn't be eager to restart this war. They're building doomsday weapons, shields that envelop planets, missiles that darken suns. Republic and Empire are planning to raise worlds, annihilate civilizations. It will be unlike anything the galaxy's seen since the Great Hyperspace War. And it's too late to stop it. The so-called peace is already lost.
I've heard enough of this.
Yes, I shouldn't expect you'd care. You have me then. Me, my stomach full of blood, and my implant full of cybernetic secrets and stolen plans. What will you do?
You're no use to me alive.
So be it. We're all as good as dead anyway.
That's another difference I like. Depending on who kills the captain, you'll either shoot him, crush his throat and then just break his neck, or just pump him full of electricity until he just drops dead. I mean, it's not a big thing, but I like how there's differences depending on the classes that are there and the class that wins the role. It's a nice bit of replayability. Bit of variation.
This is Protocol Unit NRO2. If you are receiving this message, I urge you to return to the Black Talon as quickly as possible.
Explain yourself. What's going on?
There has been an incident aboard the bridge. Your tactics have inspired...
Idiots! You'll get us all damn well killed!
Also, I never got to mention this, but that Jedi boss fight was laughably, underwhelming when you have a level 50 here. It's got some interesting gimmicks. Nothing too mind-blowing, but I do like it. I did like tanking that fight. She draws everyone in. Charges up for a big AoE attack and you've got to back away as soon as possible. She also does some jumps between person to person and a spinning attack. Nothing too amazing, but it's nice. Nice little nuances she has. It's basically baby's first boss to tank. Nothing complicated, but enough to keep you mindful. It's more of a healer's boss really, because you jump between person and person, you've got to watch out for that. Whereas a tank just sits there, when she jumps to another person, taunt, she comes back to you and that's about it. If you're a really well kitted out tank, you can probably take a few of those AoE attacks, but it's not recommended.
Welcome back. I'm pleased to see that you have returned whole. I do apologize for the condition of the bridge. As I'd intended to explain earlier, there was an incident.
There are corpses all over the floor. This is what you call an incident?
Several of the crew were extremely agitated by your behavior. Ensign Hetter feared you might execute anyone who failed to contribute to the mission. A group of officers attempted to flee the ship before you returned. Lieutenant Silas objected, and a firefight broke out. There was a large number of casualties, but don't worry, I am fully capable of piloting the ship back to Drummond Cars.
You're telling me they panicked and killed one another?
That is correct. It was unexpected. Grand Moff Kilrin is eagerly awaiting your report. Should I put him through?
Go ahead. There's no sense waiting.
Opening channel now.
Well, how fortunate I could reach my friends aboard the Black Talon. The droid's been keeping me appraised of your work, but I've very much wanted to hear from you. How did the attack go?
The Brental Star has been disabled, and the General is dead.
Pity you couldn't bring him back alive. Really, it makes little difference. You should be proud. This is only one of the many operations we're conducting across the galaxy. It's a new beginning to the war. The General was one of the greatest weapons the Republic had. A defector. And you've snatched him from enemy hands. I'll remember this, and I'll make sure you're rewarded.
Just make sure people know who helped you.
I'll make sure your heroism is mentioned when I report to the other Moffs. But my words hardly matter. Soon you'll be joining us on the homeworld, and you can see for yourself what you've been fighting for. It should be inspiring. Enjoy the rest of your journey. Kilran out.
There we go. That is the entirety of the Black Talon. Well, that's the dark side route. Kill the captain, then kill the traitor. I was gonna say hostage, but it's not a hostage. Kill the captain, kill the traitor. The dark side run. Also the get carried through by a level 50 run. But it all turned out well in the end. Wasn't too bad at all.